Hey, how are you? And I'm East Coast Pete, here to ask, who named that guy Rob Zombie? That's it. Abbott or Rob Zombie, the entire story. We've come a long way, Zombie. Before I talk about this talented person, I want to say I don't like zombie movies. They're cop-outs. Monsters that look like people. It's like traveling to an alien sci-fi world and everybody there is just like here, but they like to eat brains. I don't like liver either. Monster movies should be imaginative. Pay a writer, get a decent budget. The Night of the Living Dead was 50 years ago. Now, I'm not coming down on Rob Zombie because he's made some pretty cool movies, as you well know. I'm just talking about zombie movies and zombie TV shows in general. Just doesn't take a lot of imagination, is what I'm saying. Robert Bartley Cummings was born in 1965. He's an American musician and filmmaker. He's a founding member of the heavy metal band White Zombie, based in New York City, formed in 1985 as a noise rock band, and they evolved. Noise rock is experimental rock, a spin-off from punk in the 80s. Minimalism, industrial music, and New York hardcore, extreme distortion, sonic youth is associated with noise rock. Improvisation, atonality, and white noise are other elements of noise rock, also known as noise punk. Rob Zombie was enrolled as Bob Cummings at the Parsons School of Design. Bob and his girlfriend, Shawn Salt, came up with the idea for the band. Gods on Voodoo Moon was their first EP. Hellbilly Deluxe was his first debut solo LP. Hellbilly Deluxe sold over 3 million copies worldwide. He then directed the horror film House of a Thousand Corpses in the year 2000, which was released 3 years later. 9/11 held that one up too. His second album, The Sinister Urge, became his second platinum album. The Devil's Rejects from 2005 was a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. It was better received than its predecessor. Zombie's parents were in the carnival business. As a kid, he was exposed to that lifestyle, circus, entertainment people. His third solo LP was named after a sideshow act he remembered called Educated Horses. It was highly experimental. It went to number 5 in the US. One of the songs, The Lords of Salem, was nominated for a Grammy. Here's the songs. 1. Sawdust in the Blood, like the prelude to a film. 2. American Witch, reminds me of Alice Cooper. This is not Wiccan stuff, guys. 3. Foxy Foxy, about a skirt. 4. 17-Year Locust. You know, I was really scared of locusts when I was a kid. 7 years old, I'm looking up inside some of the trees, and there's just all these tents of white webs. And if I had the courage to break one of them open and look inside, there was these swirling, weird caterpillars. Just, oh my God, it was awful. And then when the locusts came out, they went flying. They were big. And then they'd lop onto a tree and they'd leave their exoskeleton there. And every time I saw one, I thought it was going to jump out at me and grab me or do something to me. I don't know what, but I hated those things. I was glad when they came around with DDT and started squirting it everywhere on everything. And I didn't know what DDT was. I just was, get rid of those. God damn. Oh my God. Anyhow. Excuse me. 17-year locust. Yeah, Rob Zombie knew about my fears. 5. The Scorpion Sleeps. 6. 100 Ways. 7. Let It All Bleed Out. 8. Death of It All. 9. Ride. And the locusts, they have these little red eyes. Bright red. They'd look right at you like they knew what they were seeing. Like a spider, except their eyes were blood red, bright red. 10. The Devil's Rejects. 11. The Lords of Salem. It is metal, but it's not very heavy. The band is Zombie on vocals, John 5 on guitar and vocals, Blasco on bass, Tom Clefatos on drums, Tommy Lee on drums as well, Josh Freese also on drums, and I'm not talking about all at the same time. These are different drummers, different times. And Audrey Weichman on vocals. In 2007, Zombie directed a remake of the 1978 horror classic Halloween. His music was exceeding his films in reception. This did not stop him from pursuing directing. 3 more films surfaced in 2012 and 13. Rob Zombie was born in Haverhill, Massachusetts, 35 miles north of Boston on the Merrimack River. He was a production assistant for Pee-wee's Playhouse before he opted for a music/directing career. With Geffen, he produced his La Sexorcisto Devil Music Volume 1. With White Zombie, it was released in '92. White Zombie's last studio album had a long name. Astrocrete 2000, Songs of Love, Destruction, and Other Synthetic Delusions of the Electric Head. It's not the longest name there ever was, but it's pretty close. It was White Zombie's only top 10 album. There were several videos to correspond with the album tracks, which were 1. Electric Head Part 1, The Agony. This is a 1-chord song. 2. Supercharger Heaven. Clearly a put-on. It's a haunted house rock song. It's like, you ever been in a haunted house where you're in that little cart and they drive you around and things come out of the sky at you so they're going to get you, but they're not. They just move out of the way, and it's got probably, psychedelic paintings and shit like that, and black lights. It's not scary, it's fun. I dig a good haunted house. Absolutely. 3. Real Solution number 9. This is Charlie Manson-like. Same kind of deal. 4. Creature of the Wheel. This is heavier. Still kind of fun. 5. Electric Head Part 2. The Ecstasy. And the Circus is in Town. 6. Grease Paint and Monkey Brains. Freaks and Hair Metal. 7. I, Zombie. always with the pastiche intros. 8. More Human Than Human. This is kind of techno and industrial, and I like this cut. 9. Elephantismo and the Chicken Run. Elephantismo and the Chicken Run. Blastorama. 10. Blur the Technicolor. It's like Peter Gunn metal. And 11. Blood, Milk, and Sky. This one's got Middle Eastern sitars. Well, I'm guessing that the difference between Rob Zombie and other heavy metal rockers is that he, like Ozzy, knows it's all a show. Some metal rockers take themselves so seriously, it goes beyond method acting. Some insane clown posse people are actually insane. Marilyn Manson is Marilyn Manson, even sitting around the house watching Hollywood Squares. Nick Cave is really a bad seed. I'm pretty sure that Tom Waits writes his songs from actual experience. Think of the first season of True Detective. Think of the theme song by the Hanson family. Now ask yourself if there are people in our world, our state, our neighborhoods that are living evil lives, most of which when we never find out about unless they get caught. So many fly under the radar. So many are secretive. Leonard Cohen gives a sneering observation of modern culture. Clad in cheesy instrumentation and doo-wop back vocals is not offered from a place of fantasy. One can't write like Leonard Cohen without being Leonard Cohen. If we could, we'd ask him, but he's gone. Only his sentiment remains. And they're not all hallelujah. And Johnny Cash was actually in prison. Listen to Satanic Mass by Coven. Try listening in a dark room. Maybe a single candle. Guess what? That's real. But what is real? King Diamond is a Satanist, but not an evil Satanist. He's a husband and a father, but real Satanism is not what you see on most rock stages. Satanism is a philosophy. It is anti-church, sure, but are churches all what they seem to be? Behind the facade, pedophilic priests are real. Evil exists. Demons are not imaginary. How do I know? Why do you care? Here are some metal bands that live what they preach. 1. DJ Evil. 2. Abruptum from Sweden. 3. Beherit from Finland. 4. Morbid in Norway. 5. Impaled Nazarene, also from Finland. 6. Glenn Danzig of Samhain and his own band Danzig. They're not fooling around. Ozzy Osbourne says, it's just a way to make money, guys. He said that. But like I say, some people take it a little bit further than that, Ozzy. They do. Heavy metal does not have a monopoly on evil, by the way. You can find real evil in every genre. Rock and roll means sex, literally. Time takes words and forms them into other meanings. You can make anything mean whatever you want it to. It's why there are so many religions. Oystein Aarseth murdered Varg. Burzum murdered Mayhem. Racism is rampant in the present. That includes music. Racism is evil, period. There are white nationalist members of bands. There are rappers who believe what the rap is about. Not all. Some people do judge books by their covers. Many dark musicians are counting on you not to look too deeply into the text, not because they think you might find out that they are fake, but that you will find out that they are not. Rob Zombie, not evil. Likes horror flicks, likes adrenaline, likes to feel alive, but we are not all fine, upstanding citizens like Rob or even Ozzy Well. Some of Rob's songs have samples from Boris Karloff's Frankenstein movie from the 30s. Is Karloff evil? Nope. Bela Lugosi? Nope. Louis Farrakhan? Yep. Charlie Manson? Yeah. Yeah. Steve King? No. Ayn Rand? I don't know. I don't really know about Ayn Rand. I've read her books, and I still don't know. It remains to be seen. I'll get back to you. How about that? Zombie directed a horror. The Med. Rob Zombie directed a horror-themed ad for Woolite. Woolite is neither angelic nor satanic. It's soap. The Lords of Salem film in 2011 is about a coven of modern-day witches. It was perhaps his cinematically biggest movie. A tour putting Rob Zombie on the bill with Marilyn Manson proved to be a huge mistake. These two are perfectly evil to each other. The tour was titled the Twins of Evil Tour. Rob Zombie has released a limited edition pinball machine with 10 of his songs in the program, providing the effect he intended for players. That's Rob Zombie. Thank you for being with me on Who Named That Guy. I'll see you soon with another show, maybe with less of a rant. Maybe not. We'll see. Be well.